Hello my darlings, I hope you're doing very well. In today's video I'm going to be talking about a recent tattoo that I have got, and you'll be very happy to know it was finally a knee tattoo. Okay, thank you very much. I hope you're all proud of me. I am very proud of me because it took a lot for me to do this. Okay, like it took a lot mentally and physically now for me to go through this. So I wanted to talk about my experience and the day, and yeah, just a general chit chat about my knee tattoo. I pretty much do this for every tattoo I get, so you guys can hear my experience, and then it might help you in the future should you want a tattoo in a knee placement or I don't know, you just want to hear about my experience. I don't know, for whatever reason you're here, thank you for being here. Okay. So yeah, let's talk about my fear of knee tattoos. This has been a fear that I've had for a very long time. I think ever since I started getting tattooed, I had in my head that I would never get a knee tattoo just because the thought of it always repulsed me. I just don't like getting tattooed in very bony areas. Elbow, for example. I do have this elbow tattooed. It's mainly blacked out, and when I got that done, it was not fun. It was disgusting. It just wasn't pleasurable for me in any way, shape or form. And I thought, well, if elbow is disgusting and bad, the knees are going to be even worse. So I always had in my mind that I just couldn't do the knee, all right, any knee. So after many years of obviously talking about this, making videos, and then with my TikTok reaction videos, I would witness people getting their knees tattooed, and it just made me not want to do it even more. Okay, just to see people in pain, and then to see a tattoo artist grinding the machine on the knee. Oh my gosh, didn't want to do it, but I knew I had to. I know that sounds weird because you don't have to do anything when it comes to being tattooed. Where you get tattooed or which placements you get tattooed, it's completely up to you. It's up to me as a person, obviously. But I was noticing that it was starting to bother me. At first I didn't care that my knees weren't tattooed, but like I would take a picture of my legs and the gaps where my knees are, they just stood out like a sore thumb, basically. They were, because I'm so pale as well, it's just like a beacon of light from my knees was protruding, right? So I was like, I have to do this. Like, I should maybe just get it over and done with. I was meant to do it last year and I put it off. And I saw the tattoo artist that has done my knee tattoo had some spaces, like in January. This was at the beginning of January, I think I booked this. And I was like, okay, like, I will take one of these appointments. Let's just get on with it. I want a knee tattoo. I've always said that if I was to get a knee tattoo, the tattoo artist that has done my knee tattoo would be the artist that would do it. Her name is Emma Arietti. I'm sure if you have watched my videos for a while, you'll know I've been tattooed by her a few times. Her work to me is just solid traditional. Line work is always perfect. Shading is always perfect. Colour, saturation, colour palette, everything. Just amazing. She's a great artist, and I just like her as well as a person, which to me is always, you know, a big thing when I'm getting tattooed. I don't ever want to be tattooed by someone that I can't sort of gel with or have a good conversation with, or just someone I'm not too keen on, if that makes sense. So I knew I'd be in good hands with Emma. So I booked it. My appointment was meant to be the end of January. I don't know which day it was. Hang on, let me look at my calendar real quick because I have the memory of a fish. It was meant to be on the 28th of January, but the appointment had to be cancelled. Her partner owns a vegan cafe, which, by the way, delicious food, 10 out of 10 if you're in the mood for vegan food. Even as a non-vegan, I still love the food. It's so delicious. Oh my goodness. Anyway, he had an event to do, and I think it was other chef or someone that worked with him had to call in sick, couldn't do the event. So Emma had to help him kind of thing. So cancelled the appointment, which is totally fine. I totally understood. I was like, you know, these things happen, especially in this world, climate, whatever you want to call it today, you know, with COVID and stuff. We don't want to talk about it. Let's not put a downer on things. Managed to fit me in a week later, which was the 4th of February. Which was, for me, right now, like 3-4 days ago, because I'm filming this on Monday the 7th of February. So I didn't have to wait that long. Wasn't that phased by it or whatever. You know, it's one of those things. It gave me another week to hype myself up. Get that adrenaline going. because boy, I needed it. Yeah, obviously the appointment rolled around. I woke up nervous. I had like 3-4 hours sleep because I was worrying about it, thinking about it the night before. Like I just couldn't sleep. And I have a dodgy sleeping pattern anyway. You know, I don't normally go to sleep until like 4, 5, 6, 7 a.m. sometimes. So yeah, the day rolled around. Had a massive Greg's breakfast, you know, sausage rolls, cookies, all up in my mouth. Got to have that energy level up. I made sure I wore a appropriate outfit. So I wore like a long t-shirt, leggings, and then underneath my leggings I had some gym shorts on, you know, those like spandex ones. So at the studio I could just whip off my leggings and the shorts there. It was very comfortable. I also didn't want to wear jeans or any kind of tight restrictive clothing for when I come home, because obviously walking, you don't want to be walking with a new knee tattoo in tight skinny jeans, right? No thank you. So leggings were fabulous. The tattoo studio that I went to get tattooed is called Saint Electric, which is in St Albans. Emma works out of 2 studios at the moment, one in Hitchin and one that I went to. One in Hitchin, which is called Panic Ink. She doesn't tattoo at the place that I used to get tattooed by her in anymore. So yeah, I got to St Albans. I had to take 2 trains. It's like an hour-long journey. It wasn't too bad. And then when I got to St Albans, I made sure I stacked up on my snacks and drink, because that's one of my biggest tips if you're getting tattooed. Just make sure you have drinks and snacks just in case you need the energy, you get hungry, you feel a little bit faint. You know, just to have something sugary there, it's so good. So I did that. I didn't end up eating the snacks, but I did drink my drink, which was a Pepsi, which I haven't had a normal Pepsi in a very, very long time. I always go for Pepsi Max, which is my favourite drink of all time. Anyway, nobody cares about that. So I got to the studio. I hadn't been to the studio before. It's really, I think it's a new studio. I don't know if they're completely fully open as of yet, but yeah, Emma tattoos there every now and then. I don't know what the deal is with that. Anyway, but the studio was beautiful. It was very, very bright. There was a lot of like natural light coming in. I don't know, it just felt very bright and clean and nice. You know, I'm not one for natural light. My curtains are drawn most of the time because I just don't like sunlight. I honestly think I am part vampire somewhere. There's something going on there. But yeah, the studio was amazing, and I saw Emma obviously, and it was so nice to see her because I hadn't seen her in like, oh gosh, it must have been over a year at this point. And it was just, I don't know, it's just like seeing an old friend, you know? Like, she's so lovely, so easy to talk to. She's just an absolute sweetheart. Honestly, I highly recommend getting tattooed by her because you won't have a bad experience. She's just great. But she showed me the design of my new knee tattoo. It is a bat head and it looked gnarly, scary, just gruesome, right? I find bats incredibly cute. They have the sweetest little faces for the most part, right? But when it comes to traditional style bat tattoos, they always have this menacing, gnarly, ugly face, and I love that because it goes with my aesthetic, because I'm kind of trying to make my left leg, which is black and grey, black work tattoos, be a bit more on the horror side of things. So she captured that perfectly. And she printed out a couple of sizes. We went with the biggest size. And I was like, yes, this is perfect. It's amazing. And then she put the stencil on. Got it in one go, which is, I would imagine, is pretty hard, right? For a tattoo artist to do that. Because knees are kind of hard. You know, they're so misshapen. But she managed to nail it straight away, and I was like, this is going to look so freaking awesome. And then I looked at the size of it and I was like, oh God, like, it's so big. I can't believe I'm about to sit through this. So like my adrenaline got up high even more, and I was like freaking out internally. And I was like, am I going to be able to do this? Am I going to be able to sit through this? So I know I did bring numbing cream with me. I didn't use the numbing cream, but I did have some with me just in case, because I just wanted to get this over and done with, you know, and I didn't want to tap out and then have to come back at another time. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I totally understand everyone has different pain thresholds and stuff, like I'm very understanding with that, but for me personally, I just wanted to get it done, okay? Because I knew once I'd done this one, at some point in the future I'm gonna have to do it again anyway for my other knee. I wanted to just minimize the appointments on my knee. I put in my Facebook group a little post saying, you know, if anyone's got their knee tattooed, how were they sitting? Because on the journey up to the studio on the train, I was kind of thinking, oh my god, how am I going to be sitting? Like, is my knee going to be out flat? And am I going to be on like one of those tattoo bed kind of things? And then I thought, well, surely that wouldn't make sense because, well, for me anyway, because I have like, when my knees are outstretched like this, I have like excess skins kind of thing because I've got like little choppy knees, right? So I was like, I was just hoping and praying that my knee would be bent just a little bit at least. So I put a post in my Facebook group, like I was saying, asking, you know, how you guys had your knees tattooed, and that was very helpful. It kind of calmed me down a bit because most people were saying it had their knee bent a little bit or something like that. So I was on one of those tattoo beds, but it was upright at the back and then my legs were stretched out. But Emma put a kitchen towel roll thing underneath the knee that was being tattooed. She obviously wrapped it up in cling film, and so my knee was a little bit bent, which was amazing. Already I felt a lot better about the whole situation because I was like, okay, I'm not going to have any like weird skin tugging, you know, like when a tattoo artist is like tugging on your skin, like maybe if you've had your elbow tattooed like with your arm out straight like that and you have that excess elbow skin and the wiping it, I hate it. So I'm glad that wasn't a thing. Anyway, she got to tattooing. She started off with the ears, which is more up onto my thigh area, like it's on the side, but up a little bit on the thigh. The first line was horrific. It was so spicy. I was like, oh my god, are you fucking kidding me right now? I'm about to sit through like 2-ish hours of this. I don't think I can do it. Yeah, obviously she kept doing the line work and stuff around the knee area and I was just like dying. I was just like, oh my god, this is awful. And then she got to like the kneecap area where it's a bit more harder. The skin isn't as soft and flabby and muscly and all of that. Nothing. I'm not joking. I was like, wait, what? Because that was what I thought would be the worst part. No. Oh, I was very much mistaken. The bit that I thought would be the worst, the bit that made me think I was going to tap out and not continue, was easy. Oh my god. I literally could not believe it. I was just like, hang on, have I just like died? What's happened? Like, am I still alive? Obviously, I felt something. It obviously hurt. But compared to like the side bit of the knee and like the thigh bit, it was nothing. And I was like, what the fuck? All I felt was like this intense vibration and a teeny little sting. Nothing crazy, you know. So the outline took, I don't know how long it took, to be honest. I think it maybe just under an hour the outline took to do. Emma is quite a fast worker anyway. Like the tattoo was pretty big, but Emma just is very speedy, precise. The work is still fabulous, but she's very speedy. It's great. And then obviously the shading took place. And for me, shading is the least painful out of the line work and shading. Like it's just not as bad for me. For this, again, on the sides and where the ears are, the shading there was pretty horrific still, but it wasn't as bad as the line work. And then sort of the shading on the like kneecap area where the face of the bat is, that felt weird. That was when it got really grindy and like the machine was kind of grinding on my bone, but it didn't affect me as much as what I thought it would do, because I thought I'd start to feel like nauseous and be like, oh god, I can't, carry on with this, I can't do it. But I managed to sort of push through. And I'm so proud of myself, quite honestly. Like, I know that sounds stupid, but when I walked out of there, I was like, I'm invincible. I can do anything. It literally boosted my mood so much to do that, to go through it and finish it. And I just felt very accomplished, which is so stupid. There's people out there that cure illnesses or, get bachelor degrees or whatever. And here's me just being proud of myself for sitting through a tattoo. So yeah, the whole process wasn't that bad, like I was saying. On the spicy scale out of 1 to 10, I would say it was a 7. Yeah, a 7, maybe a 6.5. It really wasn't that bad. Once Emma had finished, I obviously had to hop off of that bed, and that's when the hell started. Okay, that's when the real pain started, because like straightening your leg after it's been bent for a while is an issue anyway. But then to have like a new tattoo on that placement, oh my god, I was limping off of that thing. I was like, I am not going to make it home. Like, how am I going to get home? How can I function as a human being? So Emma wrapped it with cling film so I could get home safely and what have you, and not have any issues or have any clothes rubbing on the tattoo, even though I was wearing leggings. But you know what I'm saying, it's just better for the tattoo. I paid her, I think I put down a £40 deposit, and then I think I paid her $240, was it, at the studio, something like that. And I tipped her £10 as well, because, you know, she's just a great tattoo artist. And yeah, I went on my merry way. So the walk from the tattoo studio to the train station was 15 minutes. And before I'd even got to the appointment, I was like, I'm just going to get an Uber back to the station because there's no way I'm going to be able to walk that. Just no way. But it was pleasantly easy. Like, it wasn't great, it wasn't ideal, but I was like, you know what, I can do this, I can walk, it's fine, I'll be fine. I managed to get to the train station, managed to get on the trains home, because I had to take 2. I did have to take the stairs once or twice, going up and down. It wasn't so fun, but again, I managed it. Tom picked me up from the train station, and I sort of like limped into the car. I was like, oh, I started feeling sorry for myself, because this is when the pain started to really set in. And I think as soon as you're in like a comfortable environment, like being around your boyfriend or whatever, or going home, that's when you let all your like guard down and stuff. And I think that's when the pain really started to hit, because the adrenaline was definitely wearing off and all my anticipation was wearing off as well. And oh yeah, that's when it really kicked in. And I got home and I laid on the sofa for about 3 days. I have slept on the sofa every night since I have been tattooed, because Tom moves about in his sleep so much. Like, what is wrong with him? I don't know. No, I just don't know. So I was like, there's no way I'm sleeping next to him. Absolutely not. Because there has been plenty of times he has, you know, accidentally hit me in his sleep. Not like violently, but he's kneed me and I've ended up with a bruise. So I was just like, I'm not taking that risk at all. Please and thank you. And yeah, I really haven't moved much. I haven't done much. Yeah, the first, like, over the weekend, so the Saturday and the Sunday afterwards, even today, it being Monday, it's still pretty bad taking the stairs, because I'm obviously upstairs now. I'm in my filming room. Oh god, it's something to walk about. I really haven't walked much at all. I haven't left the house since I've been tattooed either. It's been pretty easy to heal thus far. The first 2 nights? Yeah, the first 2 nights I left it wrapped up in cling film, obviously with new cling film, like I'd undress it and stuff and put new stuff on, just because I wanted it to be protected. I didn't want it to be rubbing on any blankets or any clothing or anything like that. I've also been using Butterluck's tattoo balm, and oh god, I love that stuff so much. It's actually downstairs right now. I would get it, but that means I have to like walk downstairs and then come back up the stairs. And like, I'm having a problem right now, you know, like my knee's a little bit sore. But yeah, you know what it is. Aside from not being able to walk very well without limping, and the blood rush, oh my god, the blood rush. Like when I woke up on Saturday and I had to climb off the sofa to go to the toilet, I literally did just stand up and was like, no. Sat back down and I was like, okay. I had to like mentally prepare myself kind of thing to get up, go to the bathroom and then get down to the toilet, because you obviously have to crouch down to the toilet, ouch, and then get back up, you know, like wash your hands and then walk back to the sofa. Oh my god, it was not fun. And oh, by the way, it's so bruised as well. Like I have been bruised from tattoos before, and I'm anemic, I bruise very easily, so that we need to take that into account. But there's like a bruise around the outside of it, and I was just like, oh. Oh, that's new. So yeah, I think that's everything I really need to say. Obviously, it's pretty early days at the moment because I am only on like the 4th day kind of thing. But I will give you guys an update of how it's healed and stuff in about 2, 3, 4 weeks time. I'll probably do that in like a TikTok reaction video. So I'll just do it at the beginning of one and what have you, so you guys can see what it looks like healed. But I'm very, very happy with it. I'm so glad I did it, and I feel like this could be some encouragement to you guys. If there's any tattoo placements you've been putting off for a long time, I say go for it, okay? Just do it, because most of the time the thought is actually worse than what it actually is in the end. You know, like, it wasn't that bad. I survived. I didn't die. I'm just going to be limping for a few more days, okay? And I'm dreading the itchy face. It's starting to feel a little bit itchy already, but then it could be because I shaved my legs on the Thursday and my hair could be growing back, because that does happen. I get really itchy legs. So it could be that. Who knows? Anyway, if you have any questions or concerns or anything you want to ask about any tattoo, then comment down below and I'll answer you as soon as I can. And yeah, I think that's everything. Yes, I'm gonna go now. Thank you so much for watching, and until my next video, bye.